Alright, let me tell you a story. It's a story about betrayal, ambition, and fluorescent office lighting. It all started about 5 years ago. I was fresh out of college, eager to conquer the world, or at least the corporate ladder at Sterling Dynamics. I landed a job as a junior analyst, a glorified spreadsheet monkey, but hey, everyone starts somewhere, right? I threw myself into the work. Burning the midnight oil became my new normal. I was determined to prove my worth, to show them I wasn't just another cog in the machine. My boss, a slick guy named Mr. Harrison, seemed impressed. He'd pat me on the back, tell me I had a bright future, and then pile on more work. I didn't mind, though. I thought I was earning his trust, proving I was management material. I even came up with a revolutionary system for streamlining our data analysis. I presented it to him, nervous but excited. He listened intently, nodding occasionally, and then said, "This is good, Mark, really good. I'll present it to the higher-ups." I beamed with pride. This was it, my big break. Weeks turned into months. I heard nothing. I'd occasionally ask Mr. Harrison about the project, and he'd brush me off with vague assurances, saying they were still reviewing it. I started to get a weird feeling in my gut. Something wasn't right. Then, one day, I was in the elevator, and I overheard two senior executives talking. Harrison's presentation on the new data analysis system was brilliant, one said. Really innovative stuff. My blood ran cold. Harrison? Presentation? My system? I felt like I'd been punched in the stomach. I spent the next few days in a daze, trying to process what I'd heard. I finally mustered the courage to confront Mr. Harrison. I walked into his office, my hands shaking, and asked him point-blank about the presentation. He stammered, avoided eye contact, and then finally admitted he'd presented my system as his own. He tried to justify it, saying it was for the good of the company, that he was just trying to advance my ideas, but I wasn't buying it. I was furious. Betrayed. And utterly deflated. I confronted him about the fact that I wasn't being paid enough for the work I did, and he brushed it off as me being young and inexperienced, which did not sit well with me. I went to HR, filed a formal complaint. They launched an investigation, which dragged on for weeks. Eventually, they sided with Harrison. He was a senior manager, a valuable asset to the company, and I was just a junior analyst. My word against his. I felt like I was drowning in a sea of corporate politics. I considered quitting, walking away from it all, but then I thought, why should I let him win? Why should I let him steal my ideas and my recognition? So, I decided to fight back, to expose him, to get what I deserved. I started documenting everything. Every idea I'd had, every contribution I'd made, every conversation I'd had with Harrison. I spent countless nights poring over documents, building my case. It was exhausting, but I was fueled by a burning sense of injustice. Then, I leaked the story to an industry blog that specializes in corporate misconduct. The story went viral. Suddenly, everyone was talking about Sterling Dynamics, about Harrison, about me. The company was in damage control. The higher-ups couldn't ignore it anymore. They launched another investigation, this time with more scrutiny. They interviewed me, Harrison, and several other employees. This time, the truth came out. Harrison was reprimanded, stripped of his responsibilities, and eventually forced to resign. As for me, I was promoted, given a significant raise, and publicly recognized for my contributions. It was a long, hard fight, but I finally got the recognition I deserved. I learned a valuable lesson during that time. The corporate world can be a cutthroat place, but if you believe in yourself, if you're willing to fight for what's right, you can overcome anything. And sometimes, just sometimes, the little guy wins. But the story doesn't end there. A few weeks after my promotion, I received an anonymous email. It simply said, he wasn't working alone. What did that mean? Who else was involved in Harrison's scheme? And what were they hiding? That's a mystery I'm still trying to unravel.